Hey everybody, so I just wanted to do this video to explain why there's suddenly a random video of me on YouTube explaining the closure of my charity. I had quite a few messages asking why there's this random channel, blah blah blah. So the story behind it was I wanted to record a video for the parents. I just didn't want to put a statement out there, explaining the closure of ADHD Surrey in words. I think I owed it to the parents just to do the video and get it over and done with. So I recorded it on my laptop and had a complete meltdown because it wouldn't share to our Facebook group. So my son came in, he was like, "Mum, please don't panic, it's fine. What we'll do is we'll put it on YouTube." But I don't want a YouTube channel, thanks. He was like, no, it'll be fine. So he set up this YouTube channel, Mrs. P and her ADHD. I'm obviously Mrs. P. And it went absolutely crazy. 527 views and 11 subscribers. And I know that's probably not a lot to the YouTube community, but to me that's massive. And apologies because yet again I've had to make notes because I have ADHD and it's like 10 to 5 on a Friday, so my medication's run out and I'll probably end up talking about seals or something, just completely go off tangent. So I'm going to have to stick to the notes. So if I don't continuously look at the screen, that's obviously why, because I'm reading my notes. So obviously not in a million years did I think that video would do as well as it did. And looking back at it, it was awful. The lighting, just the background, it was just awful compared to obviously professional ones. So for the last 2 weeks, I've made my poor amputee husband, who doesn't have ADHD, completely redecorate our summer house, as you can see. So I have a nice background, and my son, helped me get all the lighting and the equipment and the microphone and everything else that you have to go with it. So that's been the last 2 weeks. Went really crazy. Lovely comments, everything. It was just absolutely brilliant. So, a small bit about me. I was diagnosed at 39, which was 6 years ago, so now you know my age. And that was after, years of destruction, addictions, God knows what else. I've got 4 children, 24, 23, 19 and 12. They all have ADHD. I've been with my husband 27 years and he doesn't have ADHD. So he lives in a nut house, basically. How we've lasted this long is beyond me. But yeah, so that's a bit about me. I've been asked to do a video by quite a few people about my journey, the diagnostic process, how I felt, how it came about, which I will do in due course. That'll be the next video probably. So now ADHD Surrey is gone. The relief is immense. The pressure has gone. My youngest even said to me, "Mum, you're laughing again. You've got a smile on your face. You're not shouting at everybody, snapping at everyone, crying every 5 minutes." It just shows the amount of pressure and overwhelm that, 2 people supporting thousands of parents, that was the impact that it actually had. Obviously, the guilt is horrendous still. We still have our closed Facebook group, so ADHD Surrey UK is a closed group. Fabulous community on there. They all support each other, so that will still keep going. Twitter's still going, where we retweet quite a lot of the ADHD Foundation stuff and other people, to inform the community of what's going on and give them information. So I wasn't coping, basically, we weren't coping with the speed that ADHD Surrey was going. it was great, it was fantastic, and it was a positive thing. I don't regret any minute of it. And I didn't actually want it to come to the point where I did regret it, because that would have been a harder decision to make, to be honest. But yeah, it grew very, very quickly. And we were involved in the most amazing things, like the Umbrella Project at Heathrow, just so many different things that we are just so grateful for, but it just had to come to an end. And I'd also like to apologise for my ugly crying face at the end. I tried hard so not to cry, but hey, emotions took over, and it meant a lot to us, obviously. But yeah, so now it's all gone. So like I said, I wasn't coping with the speed that ADHD Surrey was going. Not just the practical things, it was more the business side of it, the charity running side of it. With just the two of us, it was impossible. So here's some of the things that we had to do on a daily basis. So constitutions, policies, business plans, risk assessments, accounts, annual reviews, general meetings, AGMs. Trying to get all the trustees in one meeting in one place at one time just was impossible. Training sessions, support groups, organising the support groups, organising speakers, organising events. We had community meet and greets, we had a fun day, we had 4 conferences in 3 months, 2 of which was in Liverpool with the ADHD Foundation and the Witherslack group. And also we were obviously exhibiting there. And then we had 2 of our own in January, which were huge. So we had one for professionals at Kempton Park, and we had a parent conference at my old school in Ashford, which were just hugely attended. So the workload that came off that doubled our original workload. So on top of that, we had to support parents on a daily basis, be that social media, that's all out, that's 24/7, be it in person, if they came into the office, or on the phone, it was just constant. So that was some of the stuff that we had to do. And all that on top of trying to bring up your own children. Between 2 of us, we had 7. We still got 7, by the way. And your husband's home life, cleaning, shopping, mum's taxi. In a normal day-to-day life with ADHD, that's hard enough as it is. But then you start whacking the charity on top of that. You can understand maybe some of the overwhelm and the pressure that we went through. So all of this led to constant meltdowns. 2 of the meltdowns I had, one end of last year, one not so long ago, were pretty dark places. And these are the sort of topics that I really want to raise awareness about, especially in women. They were horrible, nasty places that I don't ever want to go to again. So taking that pressure off, fingers crossed, probably won't. But then, so with just 2 of us, we were extremely vulnerable. We were open to vultures, bitten more than once. Complete emotional dysregulation. Tolerance was on the floor. Personal feelings of failure. So imposter syndrome started creeping its way back in. And it just all led to complete overwhelm. Sorry, turn the page. So bearing in mind there was only 2 of us running the show. But we did have amazing volunteers who helped us at conferences and support groups and anything that we did. And they really helped us a lot. But the day-to-day running and the business side of it, it was just way too much. Way, way, way too much. So some of you know, if we are in complete overwhelm with ADHD, what do? Shut down. We go in a bubble. We don't come back out. And just want it all to go away because the pressure is just too huge. And I will be raising that in other videos as well. I'm still training to be a coach with ADCA in the States, and I love it. It's absolutely amazing. If you ever get the opportunity to do it, just do it. It's just the most amazing thing, and the stuff you find out is just unreal. I mean, I've been in this business 5.5 years, and I'm learning new stuff every day with ADCA. They're just absolutely amazing. So I want to use the YouTube platform, which I didn't really want to in the first place. But you know, things happen for a reason. So I want to use this to not just raise awareness of ADHD and try and reduce some of the stigma, but actually tell it how it really is. The dark side, the good side, the bad side, the positive side, the negative side, just everything. And especially in women, because you know, we have to bring up children as well, and we have to run the house, and we have to do the shopping, and we have to be mum's taxi, and we have to be a counsellor, and we have to be a therapist, and we have to be everything else on top. And sometimes it just gets overwhelming. And with hormones and medication and, you know, things like that, all these issues need to be spoken about. They need to be out there. So that's what I want to do, is I just, you know, hopefully I will do videos on how I learned about my own ADHD, you know, because it's not just about medication. That's what I thought, that I was going to be given this magic pill and everything's going to be all right and everything's going to go back to normal. And, you know, it didn't for 3 or 4 years. And it's only been the last couple of years that I've realised, actually, yeah, I've got to learn about my own ADHD. I've got to learn about my own triggers. I've got to learn about my own sensitivities, what I like, what I don't like. I need to teach my family, my friends. There's so much more to it. It's not just medication, even though that's all we get in this country. But it's a lot more. You really need to learn more about your own ADHD and how you can cope in life. So that's what I want to use this platform for. I want to do videos on things like emotions, RSD, friendships, hormones. I've been asked a lot to do ones on how I organise my office, how I organise my house, which I already do on my Instagram. But I've had quite a few messages asking to do a video on those, which is great. You know, I'll do that. So obviously I'm only a baby in the YouTube world. It's quite daunting. But, you know, I've only just sorted out the lighting, the equipment, the microphone, but I haven't even looked at the editing software yet. So if anyone's got any ideas, please comment below on something very simple that's easy to use, you know, things like that. Regarding editing, please comment below with any links or any help, you know, will be brilliant, because this will not be edited because I haven't even looked at editing yet. I just wanted to get the video out there. I'm really hoping to get a video out every 2 weeks on a Friday. I've set myself that goal because I don't want to end up under a lot of pressure again, you know, in complete overwhelm. Otherwise, this just isn't going to happen. So that's what I'm trying to do. Whether I get it out there, you know, it would be on a Friday. So whether I get it out there in 1 week or 2 weeks, or maybe never, which won't be the case, but it would be one, you know, a week later or 2 weeks later. I will try to do it in a week, and it'll be on a Friday. So please subscribe, and then hopefully you'll find out whether I post another one. But yeah, like I said, I just don't want to get completely overwhelmed. I really want to make this work. So any advice, basic advice, would be great. So if anyone's got any advice on easy to use software, or, you know, whether to put a video out every 2 weeks or to put a video out every week, please comment below, because I really do want this to work, and I really hope that my story and my tips will help someone out there. They may not work for everybody. You know, different things work for everyone, same as medication. And I'm in no way a professional, but obviously I'm training to be an ADHD coach, but I've been in this business 5.5 years. So I've learnt quite a lot, but I would say out of all the stuff I've learnt, you know, through my journey, the most important thing to me was learning about myself and what my triggers are, what my ADHD is all about, because everyone's ADHD is different. And that is definitely the key, you know, to moving forward in life with ADHD. So hopefully I will be able to help out. You know, and we can all help each other on here and share tips and whatever works best for you. So I thought for the next video, I've been asked so many times to do one on my journey. So what it's like growing up undiagnosed, you know, school, things like that, and then what the diagnostic process is and how I felt afterwards. Yeah, so hopefully that will come out either next Friday or the Friday after. So I hate to say it, but please subscribe. And I hope to see you either next Friday or the Friday after with my next video. Thanks ever so much for watching.